Hello children, in last class, day 5, we learnt about regular and irregular verbs and its different forms of regular and irregular verb. So in this session, day 6, you are going to learn about primary auxiliary verbs and its functions. Already I have given you the introduction about primary auxiliary verbs. As you all know, right, there are primary auxiliary verbs. What are they? There are primary auxiliary verbs. What are they? Be forms, do forms, and have forms. As you know, right? What are the be forms? Am, is, are, and was, were. So I already told you. So we can also say that to be forms. To be forms. What are do forms here? So do, does, did. Do, does, did. These are the do forms. And what are have forms? The have forms are here. Has, have, had. So these are the have forms. So in this session, day 6, you are going to learn the functions and the usage of primary auxiliary verbs. So right. So here we are all learning the basic things about verb, right? So now here, so what are the be forms here? Am, is, are, was, were. So when do we use these be forms? When do we use these be forms, do forms, and have forms? Let us see one by one. First, let us go with be forms. As you all know, so you have learned in your previous classes that the uses of be forms, do forms, and have forms. Even though you learned, let us once recap, right? So now here be forms, right? I already talked about the personal pronouns, first person, second person, and third person, right? So what is first person here? First person, first person, first person, right? Second person, second person, and third person, third person, third person. First person, what is it? I and we. So I is, yes means here singular. So we is here plural. And when it comes to second person, you it becomes singular as well as plural, right? Third person, he, she, it, they. So this is singular, he is singular, she is singular, it is singular, they is plural. So third person singular, he, she, it, right? So now first person I, we, you, he, she, second person you, third person he, she, it, and they, right? So here when do we use am, is, are, and when do we use was, are, were? So now here, so as you are right, so am, is, are used always. Am, is, are is used to indicate present tense, whereas was, were we use them to indicate past tense. We use them to indicate past tense. So now let me write here present, and past, present and past. So now here first person I, right? I. So I am is always goes with I. Am is always goes with I. So now here, so in past was is goes with I in first person, right? So we is plural here. So R is goes with we. R is goes with we, and here were is goes with right we. So now here, now you see and you singular or plural, so we use it R word. Again R is goes with in present tense you, word is goes with in past tense with you, right? So he she it, so we use is, he is, she is, it is, they are. So is goes with, is always goes with he she it, third person singular. And was here, was and was. So he was, she was, it was. So the was is always goes with he, she, it. And they, when it comes they, so they were. They were. They were. So now you see here present past. So here, so as I already told you, am is are, go with, go with, go in present tense. Go in present. We use them in present tense. Was were, we use them in past tense. So here, so when do we use is here? When the third person is singular, we use. Let us go with some sentences. Let us go with some sentences. What are those some sentences? Let us see. For example, so I will take here example he. He is a student. He is a student. He is a student. So is here. So is. So when did we use this one? We used in present tense. In present form. Right. In present form. He. That means what? So what is the meaning of this sentence? Now he is a student. That means he is studying maybe 10th, maybe 9th, whatever the class it might be. So he is a student. What is he now? Now at present. That means he is a student at present. At present. So for example, if I say he is a student at present, that means what? He is studying. He is studying maybe 10th standard. So he is studying maybe 10th, right? So he is studying 10th class or he is studying 10th standard. So he is studying. So at present, for example. Now if I use the same, for example, was I already talked about, right? Was always goes with was is used in past tense. For example, if I say he was a student, that means now he is not a student. He was a student in the past. So he was studying 10th class maybe in the last year or previous year, whatever it is. So he was a student means he was not a student now. So in previously he was a student. So he was a student, right? So here he was a student. That means what here? Now he is not. Now he is. What is the meaning of he was a student? Now he was not a student. He might be a teacher, he might be a lawyer, he might be a professor, he might be doing business. So whatever it might be. So he was a student means now he was not a student. So this is the function. For example, this is the usage of primary auxiliaries. Let us see here. So when do we use? What are the first persons here? I, we. Am always goes with I. So was we used in past, right? So we are, we were, you are in second person, you are, you were, third person, he is, she is, it is, they are. So he was, she was, it was, they were. So now here in this way we use. Let us see the function and when do we use these primary auxiliaries, especially am, is, or was, were, whatever, be forms or do forms or have forms. So when do we use? Right, let us see now. Okay, now until now we have seen so how do these be form go with, right? So right now here functions of primary auxiliary verbs. Functions of primary auxiliary verbs of Right, B forms. Let us see only B forms of the functions of B forms. So now here, for example, I write a sentence. He is a student. He is a student. He is a student. Is here. He is a student. Is. Underline the B form here. What is it? Is. So it is also a verb. See, it is also a verb. So in previous class, in the beginning class, I told you it explains and it tells about state of being, right? State of being a position. What is he? When you question what is he, what will be the answer? The answer is he is a student. He is a student. That means it indicates position of a person, right? It indicates position of a person or a subject, right? So he is a student. That means is it functions individually or it functions independently in the sentence, right? So that's what. So there are two kinds of verbs, right? Primary, auxiliary verbs and main verbs. Auxiliary verbs are principal verbs. They do not depend on any verbs. They function, right, individually in the sentence. So here primary auxiliaries are right. Auxiliary verbs are helping verbs. They help or they sometimes they help to the main verbs to complete the meaning. They help the main verbs to complete the meaning, and here they help the main verbs to complete the meaning, and also they function independently in the sentence, right? So the first point is here, he is a student. I told you, right? He is a student. So here it acts as main verb in the sentence, right? Sometimes be forms, do forms, have forms, all these forms they act as main verbs in the sentence. That means the first usage is functions independently in the sentence. This is one. For example, let me tell you. He is a student. What is he studying? When I question, so the answer might be he is studying. He is studying 10th standard. So he is studying. Here studying is a main verb. Studying is main verb and is here primary auxiliary be form, right? So now here, so observe the two sentences here. He is a student. So how it functions? It functions independently or individually in the sentence. Here it doesn't function independently or individually in the sentence. It depends on main verb. He is studying. So now here it depends on main verb and it helps the main verb. 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 Not different. So only the primary auxiliaries, all these primary auxiliaries, be forms, do forms, and have forms. So they helps the main verb. They helps the main verb. So all auxiliary verbs they help main verb to complete the meaning. So this is second sentence, right? Second usage. So now here, right? So it helps the main verb. It helps the main verb. Main verb is what? Here. The third important usage is, let us see. So when I question what is he, right? So when I question this, is he a student? So when I check this one as a, I'll tell you. So there are two types of questions. The first question is yes no question and main question. All main questions are WH words. All main questions are WH words. Yes no questions these are. So now here let us see. Let me write two questions here. So first question is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? So for example, or else, here I wrote student, right? Let me write student, no problem. So here, is he a doctor? Is he a student? Is he a student? So here a question. So when I question is he a student, your answer might be yes or no. Yes, he is a student. No, he is not. So when I question yes, he is. No, he is not. So here is used to help or to frame a question. The very important uses. All these primary auxiliaries, be forms, do forms and have forms, the main function is to help frame questions. Frame questions. Is he a student? When I frame this question, I should get an answer as a student. How do I frame here? What is he? What is he? So here when I question, he is a student. What is here? Main question. So yes, no question, main question. From this part in the public examination, we have 1 mark. Framing questions. Framing question, this is very important. And framing questions, right, in public examination, we have 1 mark. Right. So we learn everything in detail about later classes. Framing questions. How do we frame questions? Later classes. Right. Just it's an idea here. It's an idea I'm going to give. Yes, no question or main question. Right. So now here, right. So and also, is he studying? Is he studying 10th? So there is a question. I can answer. So now here, so what is the third uses? Primary auxiliaries, either be forms or do forms or have forms, they are used to express or they are used to, right, these are used to, right, frame questions. Frame questions. Frame questions. So framing questions. Framing questions. How do I frame a question? You got the idea. So these be forms, do forms and have forms, we use them to frame questions, right? So here, right, so we have seen today be forms and, is, are, was, were. To be forms are and to be forms, right? So what are the functions of primary auxiliary verbs? Of be forms functions independently in a sentence. So I have given it. It helps the main verb, right? Framing questions. We use them to frame questions. We use them to frame questions. Right, we use them to frame questions. Okay, children, here actually you have learned the functions of primary auxiliary verbs, especially be forms, right? So what are the functions independently in the sentence? Second one, it helps the main verb. Third one, framing questions. So when it comes to other uses, so we use in the form in this way also. Be plus infinitive form. What is meant by infinitive form? We have seen, right? Already we have checked. So the last form, sixth form you wrote, right? For example, by is the base form. So what is the infinitive form of by? So you wrote just 2 plus by. Right. For example, to make is the base form. What is the infinitive form of make? 2 plus make. So right. So 2 plus make. So that means be means here the be forms. Am, is, are, was, were. So these be form plus infinitive. Sometimes with the usage we use these be forms to tell about a plan or schedule arrangement. So to tell about a plan, for example, the Prime Minister is to make a statement tomorrow regarding lockdown. During this lockdown, so we are all waiting for the statement of PM, right? So in the lockdown in 4 times, right? So here the Prime Minister is to make a statement tomorrow. We are all waiting for his statement, so that it is already a plan. It's a plan or a scheduled arrangement. So of Prime Minister. So we are all waiting to see his plan. The Prime Minister is to make. Is means here it's a be form. To make is here infinitive form, right? Infinitive form. So for example, one more sentence I can write. He is to go to USA next month. So already planned next month that he wanted to go. He wants to go USA. It's a plan or a scheduled arrangement. Already it is scheduled, it was arranged. He is to go. Is here be form. To go is infinitive form. So that means be forms are used to tell about a plan or scheduled arrangement. Now the second usage. This is important. We use this. We use this one in a regular uses, right? Be about plus infinitive. Infinitive means I already told you. By is the base form. To by is infinitive. Make is the base form, and to make is the infinitive form. So that means be about. So it is used to. This usage is used to express an idea. Express an idea. Express an idea. That idea is, for example, like express an idea. For example, the train is about to start. Is about to start. Is about. Is what? Is a be form. About is used. That means express an idea. That is, it is ready to leave. It is ready to start. So be about means what? The meaning of be about is ready. So ready. It is ready to leave. So it's already ready and it is about to leave. So it's express an idea. Right. The train is about to start. Is about plus to start. It's an infinitive form. It's an infinitive form. For example, he is about to leave. So for example, he came to my home. Right. So we have talked something related, many plans and everything, and the plans and everything is over. So he is about to leave. That means he is ready to leave my home. So that's what. So he is about, it's a be form plus this is an infinitive form. It is used to express an idea, or it is used to talk about ready. So it's something ready to do, right? Okay, this is the usage. Be about plus infinitive. What is this? Express an idea of information for future action. Information for future action. Okay, so you have seen all this. So these are the main functions of primary auxiliary verbs that are be forms. For every sentence, right, there is affirmative, negative, and questions, right? So for affirmative, negative, questions. So here let us see once in the point of be forms, what are affirmative sentences, what are negative sentences, what are questions, right? Affirmative is nothing but positive sentences. Okay, every statement it has affirmative, negative, yes, no question, and main question. So as you all know, what are main questions? Main questions are nothing but all WH words. What are WH words? What, when, where, why, who, which, all this it comes to WH words. Let us see here affirmative sentence. For example, he is a doctor. Affirmative is nothing but positive of the sentence. He is a doctor. So negative, how does it come? He is not a doctor. So yes no question. So yes no question in the sense, so there is a question. So there are two types of questions. What are they? Yes no questions and main question. Yes no question and main question. So how do we write yes no question? With the help of be form we write the yes no question. So is comes first here. Is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? So is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? So main question we should get an answer like doctor. So what is he? What is he? So the answer is he is a doctor. So whatever, for example, here, so these are affirmative, negative, yes no question. In yes no question also there is negative questions. Is he not a doctor? This is one model, and the other model is isn't he a doctor? So yes no question affirmative is there, yes no question negative also will be there. So is he not a doctor? This is one way of asking negative question. Isn't he a doctor? This is also one way of asking questions. Both are right. Right. Both are right. So now here I am going to give you some work related to affirmative, negative, yes no question and main question. So only use be forms am, is, are, was, were, and write one affirmative sentence, and write negative sentence, and write yes no question, and write main question. This is the model, right? And post them in group, and at least you write 5-6 sentences. Thank you. Have a nice day. Do this homework and post them in group. So what is it? Affirmative, negative, yes no question. Thank you.